Starcrrest The G.
Peace and love, folks. Peace and love. Starcrest The G back at you again. I know it's been a long time. I know it's been a long time since we heard about or from the black extraterrestrials. But this video is about black extraterrestrials again. Alright, I think you should all watch this and pay attention to what I'm telling you. Check your Bibles, your religious books, your newspapers and things of such like that. Okay, right now we're going to kick it off. Alright, we're talking about black extraterrestrials, and I'm going to give you bits and pieces and cliches. I'm going to simply tell you, because this video is going to be very short. I've been out here for a while, been in the house, taking care of the fam, making preparations, trying to do the right thing and be prepared. Okay, now check this out, folks. When we talk about these black extraterrestrials, let's start in the beginning. In the beginning of the Bible, it says, "Let us make man after our image and after our likenesses." And so, God created man after his own likeness and own image. He created him, male and female. He created them, meaning man and woman. A lot of us misinterpret things. We get man mixed up with mankind, and we get God mixed up with the Lord God. But we're not going to get too deep into that. I'm just going to give it to you a little raw about these black extraterrestrials. So, God basically states that he created the first man after his own image and own likeness, meaning to look like and to be like, to have attributes of. Okay, so what does that really mean? Well, God placed this first man in the garden. Now, this garden happened to be located in Ethiopia. Ethiopia is Africa. We can't get this mixed up. This is too mundane of a thing to get mixed up and say, well, we got all kinds of people coming out of Ethiopia today. But originally, it was only one type of people coming out of Ethiopia. They were black people. Alright, there's no disrespect to anybody else. Again, like I say, my mission isn't to spread disrespect, hate, discontent. It's just to spread the message. And the message mainly is peace and love. But we got a set of people on this planet who are warlike. And they don't want peace and love. They think through this war they can create chaos and control the planet. It's impossible. Okay, now back to the story. When we talk about these first people being black, they were made to look like and to be like God, the creator. So therefore, this God that created everything in existence is black, and he's physical. Now, it also states in the beginning, the Spirit of God hovered over the waters. Therefore, that means that wasn't God a spirit. That was the Spirit of God hovering over the waters, meaning that spirit belonged to God. Now, what sense would it make for a spirit to belong to a spirit? That's a spirit. But what sense would it make for a spirit belonging to a physical body, and the physical body would belong to that spirit? When we talk about God, we look at these gods and say, oh, gods can do anything they want to. It's whatever they will, the sky's the limit. So you have to ask yourself, you believe that your God cannot do something. Therefore, your God is limited, even by your own testimony. So, the God I worship or believe in, I believe can do all things. So now here it is. So, the God or different gods that we might worship, they're never known to come from this planet, only known to come to this planet, to place things on this planet, to create these planets. Therefore, these gods, are basically extraterrestrial beings. And I know there's a technical difference between extraterrestrial and alien. So I'm going to use the more correct term and say alien. They're alien beings. God created this planet So therefore, he existed before the planet. And when he created this planet, he could not have came from the planet unless he willed it to be within his power. But it makes no sense. It's simply that God created the planet, therefore he doesn't come from the planet. He's an alien. We have these angelic beings coming to the planet and leaving the planet and living in and on the planet. If they don't come from here, they're actually aliens. Now, again, we talking about black extraterrestrials though. Okay, now I never said there's not white extraterrestrials. There are white extraterrestrials, they're green, different hues or colors. But it seems to be that a certain group of the alien beings contact a certain group of people on this planet regularly. Every time you look at a show, alien hunters, UFO, MUFON, interviewing people, they always talk about, well, where do these people come from that came and visit you? We had a famous guy by the name of Billy Myers and Billy Woodward. We also had another guy, you can look these names up on YouTube or somewhere. There was another person by the name of Riley Martin, a brother. Okay, now in the case of Billy Myers, he says, oh, these beings came to visit me, took me on their beam ships, and they were stated that they were from the Pleiades. Okay, now other beings are known to come from Orion, and then there's other beings that are said to come from Arcturus, which is mentioned in the Bible. Orion, Arcturus, and Pleiades are mentioned to be the southern chambers of heaven. This is where the fallen angels come from. So my brothers and sisters, don't be fooled. Now I'm not sure, according to the scriptures, that these fallen angels have so much affinity with people on this planet. They know who God is. So therefore, it's just a little bigger than us. And that's our problem. We believe that we're the smartest people in creation, but that mathematically doesn't make sense because we have the youngest star, which is our star, out of most of the stars in the heavens. And the star we have is a G2, which is a hydrogen burning star. And since this is the youngest star, we got stars that are millions of years older than our stars, that may, out of the millions of stars that are millions of years older than our star, they may simply have life, just as depicted in the Bible, the Quran, and the Torah. So life don't start from here. We know that life started as a thought from the Creator, made manifest into what it is today. And if nothing else, the angels or those aliens were created before us. You can intermix the words, angels, aliens. Extraterrestrial technically doesn't really mean 100% alien. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. We talking about aliens. Okay, so now this God has conversations. Just like I said in the beginning of the Bible, God said, let us make man. Right? So therefore, since he was the creator, he was given a prior creation authority to make man. But remember, he said, let us make, because God knows his creation cannot create unless he allows it. But they can make. And you cannot create something with something that is the same and say it's a true creation. You have the original car, and then you have a make of that car. So therefore, everything after the original creation, in whatever original form it was in, will be considered no more than a make. But then yet again it says, so God created man. So the man that God created and placed in Ethiopia was straight from him. The other men that were not created on this planet or came from the original creation were only just makes of that original type man. You know, we look in the Bible, they talk about Lucifer. Lucifer isn't what you see on TV on this show, Lucifer. Lucifer is described as being a reptilian type being. He's described as being a snake or a dragon. And all of these descriptions aren't always just allegory. Some of these descriptions are really telling you the type of being that you're dealing with. You know, we talk about these gray aliens, but the scientists of our world already know what that is. And they're trying to produce their own type of gray. That's why you see a lot of people under mind control. You see a lot of people that are clones. You see a lot of people that are actually freezing up on TV, stopping and suspended animation. But that's not good enough for the devil. Because remember, the Bible also states that the devil is the author of confusion. And the devil will try to alter God's creation. So again, it's a real simple video, just letting you know Starcrrest The G never went nowhere. We got this. I don't even like to speak it into existence, because I know I'm God. Just like you are all gods according to the Bible. So we got a little situation going on. The devil is sitting there really checking to see if you really believing in God. And that's what you need to put your faith in. Don't put your faith in all of this riffraff. And you know, everybody out here these days are Google geniuses. They know everything because they're on Google. But I'm going to ask you, I'm going to give you this statement. I'm not going to ask you a question. If it is, it's rhetorical. We're worrying about everything that's going on this planet right now. And not one show that's not a gospel show, not one news program that's not about the, religion, so to speak, actually tells you to pray. I'm telling you, we need to pray and stop giving the power to these lesser extraterrestrials. You see, we got extraterrestrials here that are ruling over, or aliens that are ruling over human beings and sitting in places of real power. Even that Bible again says, our fight is not against evil, but against wicked principalities in high places. When you read Isaiah in the Bible, you read Ezekiel, you read Revelations, you keep hearing the same story. The story that they keep pushing upon you is about a war. Okay? And this war is going to take place on this planet. And the war is taking place over the righteous, between God's people and the wicked. You see? Wicked principalities in high places. Also, they'll name the people. They'll name the people by describing their national symbols. Now me, I can't tell you all my background. That's why I keep my hat like this. I try to, stay in the shadows, so to speak. But in the Bible, they talk about the eagle, the lion, and then they talk about some would say an ox, but it's more like a bull, Now, if you know the symbols, what those symbols mean, and they also say one is a man. So they letting you know that it's a man which follows those symbols. And these are the adversaries, so to speak, to these particular angels or angelic beings that's coming to this planet. Just trying to give you a little message there. I'm not going to give it to you all. I always tell you, there was a brother that would comment, I respect the brother, but in his comments a lot, he would say he heard And I have a sister, she would say, I heard this, I heard that. Yeah, we hear a lot of things. But yeah, okay, use Google, use encyclopedia, find a couple of authors, certain books. There's a pretty good book out there called The Serious this was Serious Message, 5,000 Years Uncovered. There's another book, Star Master Clone Gods, or Star Gods Clone Masters, excuse me. A few of these books will explain the situation to you. That we have a few different factions on the planet. So again, when we talking about these extraterrestrials, I can't stress it anymore that I'm trying to do now. They sit on the buses, they sitting in these facilities, they're police officers, they are people on the street. For example, you look at a person that's sitting in a hell, he's homeless or she's homeless, they can't bathe themselves properly, they can't eat properly, eating out of the trash can, but they smile. You keep thinking that that's a regular person, and you look down on them all you want. But the Bible always say, be careful. You might be entertaining angels or extraterrestrial or aliens. Actually, that's what they are. I'm not saying extraterrestrial and the alien part is in the Bible. I'm saying you can interchange those words. So again, this is your brother. I haven't went anywhere. Starcrrest The G, telling you once again that the closest thing you're going to get to on this planet is and are these black extraterrestrials that represent the Most High. So with that, I'm gonna leave you with my favorite salutation. Oh, I'd like to give a shout out to my physical, my brother Sean. I gotta give a little shout out to my little man I haven't heard from in a while, the Red Gold Legend, but I'm quite sure he's still out there doing his thing. I'm gonna check his channel after I get out of here. It was Rel Tunes, it used to be Red Gold Legend, but now it's Rel Tunes. His little sister, that was my little girl. Gotta check her one day, my little superstar. But other than that, peace and love, folks. I love you all. Enjoy your day. Stay safe. Yeah. Oh, quick scenario. Quick statement I gotta give you before I leave. This last one before I give you my final salutation. Why do you think they call a particular man on the planet a German? A German. A germ man. No disrespect, but just look at the word germ man. And also, you might want to look into a case that was talking about an extraterrestrial by the name of Valiant Thor. Look him up. Valiant Thor was said to have worked at the Pentagon, parked his spacecraft in Virginia. And you think these people didn't know, and you think he didn't let them know who he was? Don't think that they don't know. They know. And they just trying to figure out how to deal with the type of extraterrestrials that we are or we represent. Okay, folks, I'm going to say it again to you. Peace and love. Peace and love. Starcrrest The G. Black extraterrestrial.